Here we go. Hello, Clifford Anderson? Sidney Bruehl. Yes, I have, as a matter of fact. I just finished reading it about 15 minutes ago. And I must tell you in all sincerity, you have a very promising first draft. I was telling my wife, Myra, that if you give it the reshaping it needs, point it up in the right places, working a few laughs, it can be right up there with Sleuth, Murder Game, Dialium. It has the makings, as we say in the business. I would think that you would be. Oh, I know that feeling so well. I thought the Murder Game was finished the first time through. But then someone with more experience in the theater took it in hand and revised it. And improved it tremendously, I don't mind admitting. George S. Kopf. No, he didn't take any credit, though I begged him to. He was having debt problems at the time and didn't want anyone to know that he received a share of the royalties. Of course, I could be wrong. What kind of feedback have you had from other people? Oh, no one else? Well, I'm very flattered, but surely someone else has seen it. Your friends, your wife, one of the people from the seminar? Oh, I see. Well, that's an ideal situation. Complete isolation, huh? All you have to do is check the thermostat and water the plants. Well, I'm surprised you've only written one play since July. I would have written 3 or 4 by now. Yes, I am, as a matter of fact. A thriller based on about a woman with ESP. It's based on Helga Tendorf. You know, the Dutch psychic. Yeah, she's our neighbor. It's called The Frowning Wife. Of course, that's just a working title. I'm sure I'll think of something jazzier. Oh, by the way, I love DeathTrap, the title and the play. Or rather, I should say, the promising first draft. Yes, I do. Far more to give you over the phone. Why don't we get together sometime and go over the manuscript, scene by scene? Well, I'm free tonight, as a matter of fact. Why don't you drive down? It's not that far. Oh. Well, why don't you take the train to Westport, and I'll pick you up and run you over. That's probably better anyway. You'd have the devil's own time fighting us. We're way back in the woods. We have to shoot up flares whenever we're expecting people. Right, you do that and I'll hang on. His car's in the shop. He's house sitting for a couple in Germany, and he's unmarried.
Do you think he might be open to the idea of collaborating?
Yes, I think he will be. Was George S. Kaufman even alive in the Murder Game? Yes. Oh no, that's too early. What's the next time? No, that's too late. Let's go to 7:29. And there's an 11-something that stops in Milford, so you shouldn't have any problem getting back home. Right. We'll see you at 7:29 then. And would you mind bringing the original? The carving's a little hard on these old eyes. Right. Oh, and Terrence. Don't mind if I call you Terrence, do you? Why? Oh, I'm sorry, Clifford. I'll be a few minutes late. I have some errands I need to run, so just wait by the station and I'll be along shortly. Yeah, and a navy blue Mercedes. Right. See you in a bit. Bye.
What errands do you have to run?
Did you say something about library books, picking them up or dropping them off?
No, I didn't.
I thought you did. The Xerox machine's been fixed. But he decided to wait a couple of days, see if I had any small suggestions. Nobody's read it. No one knows he's working.
And nobody has seen you picking him up.
Well, it had crossed my mind. I'm too used to committing crimes on paper.
Why did you ask him to bring the original?
You heard what I said. Carving is hard to read. Besides, I don't want him breathing over my shoulder for 2 hours, exhaling cheeseburger.
He probably has another carbon copy filed away someplace.
Well, more than likely. And on opening night, his gray-haired old mother comes running down the aisle, followed by the Milford and Westport police departments. Oh. No, I assure you. Hello? Oh, hello, Lottie. No, I don't think so tonight. I got too much to do. I've got a new idea I'm working on, and I don't want to lose track of it. It's still in the embryo stages. Myra might be interested. Oh, hang on a second. It's Lottie. They're going to see the French film at the Fine Arts too. I can drop you off.
No, I don't want to go. Not tonight.
Myra passed me. She's been feeling under the weather lately. Right, you can give us a report on it tomorrow. Have fun. Bye. You don't have to stand guard on me. I only commit murders during a full moon.
Well, why did you lie to her? What? Why didn't you just tell her somebody was coming to see you?
Is it any of their business? I mean, so I lied. I'm a liar.
It was a full moon last night, except for a sliver at the bottom.
Well, then I will just have to exert tremendous self-control and keep in mind that extra carbon, which most certainly exists.
If not for that, could you?
Oh, not. I'd probably chicken out, even if it was the tiny one. They say that committing murder on paper siphons off the hostile influences. And I believe that. But at the same time, I believe it opens up the possibility of committing real murder. It gives it that familiarity of a possibility worth considering. Just as owning a weapon opens up the possibility, however slight, to one of using that weapon. But no, there's a big difference on paper between paper victim and a real victim. So I assure you, Clifford Anderson is going home in the same way he arrived. Manuscript clutched in his tiny or huge or relatively normal hands.
I am sure he'll jump at the chance to collaborate with you.
Yeah.
And afterwards, you'll come up with a plan that's all your own.
Let's hope so. But you know, there is an opening there. I mean, if a playwright going through a dry spell receives a play from some twerp he met at a seminar, and if the play was really commercial, and the playwright had a room full of weapons,
Write it down.
I will. It's just a shame he's got the title